What's going on, guys? I'm back, guys. I did not upload a video on, what's today? Friday, because like some of you may know, if you watched my last video, I broke my tripod. So I had to wait for another one to come in. I had to order one and wait for it to come in, and I just got my new one yesterday, even though I'm not even using it right now. But anyways, so I had another video planned for today, and then I changed it. I'm gonna still upload that video idea later in the week, but today is going to be a Super Bowl debrief, because I did watch the Super Bowl last night, and it's just, I can't stop thinking about it. It's literally all that's running through my mind since I woke up. I'm like, I need to talk about it. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. I want to start this off by saying I am in no way a football Super Bowl expert. I don't really know that much about football. I do enjoy watching it. That's really pretty much it. But yeah, when I was younger, I really didn't have a big interest in sports, whether it was football, basketball, golf, baseball. I just didn't. My mom has always liked football, though. She used to watch it when she used to live alone, by herself. So I kind of started to develop a love for it, or a love just to watch it. And we kind of started this, I guess, tradition where I don't watch any of the games in between. The really only game I watch is the Super Bowl, and if I go to a family member's house and they have the one when they play on Thanksgiving on, I'll watch that one. But we started kind of a tradition where we make food. I usually make a buffalo chicken dip, and this time I made a new strawberry cheesecake dip, and we'll sit down in the living room and watch it together. And it's just become kind of a thing that we do every year, and it's good quality time that we spend together. So yeah, that's really the Super Bowl is the only really football game I watch. So keep in mind, I am not an expert. I do not know that much about football. I know some things, not that much. So if I misquote something or forget to mention something, don't come for me, because I just am talking about what I know. There's just so much that happened in this game. It was a really good game. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get into it. So I think that's it for this intro. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Also, bear with me if this video seems all over the place. I have some notes written down, but nothing in order. I'm just going off of what comes up in my head, or what I can remember, because there was so much that happened in this game. So the first thing I want to talk about is the first quarter. So me and my mom were going for the Chiefs, Kansas City, and we were really only going for Kansas City because of Patrick Mahomes, and they won last year, so why not? But yeah, going for Patrick Mahomes. I don't care about Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift. Sorry, don't dox me, Taylor Swift fans. I just don't care. So yeah, that was really the only reason we were going for the Chiefs. There's no in-depth reason this quarterback is the best and this defender and this. That was the only reason. I found out who was playing, and I was like, Mom, who do you think we're gonna go for? She was like, I'm gonna go for Chiefs. And I was like, okay, cool. But in the first quarter, the 49ers started off so strong. They and I know nothing about certain teams or certain quarterbacks, so I didn't know who the 49ers quarterback was, so I just found out it's Brock Purdy. Apparently he's a new player, or this is his first Super Bowl, so I was like, okay, period. He's so young. And they were good. He seemed like a good quarterback. He, got his team to the Super Bowl. They were scoring points in the first quarter. The first quarter was a little slow, though. I was like, dang, nobody's really scoring. And then they ended up getting a field goal, by the end of the first quarter. So they had points on the board by the time that ended. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes makes me laugh. Okay, I don't know. I was just giggling at him throughout the entire game, and my mom was like, "Why are you laughing?" The way he walks is so funny to me. I think he has a little zesty walk, and it's just, I've seen other people point it out too, and I'm like, his walk is so funny. Like, he just, like, the way he sways his hips is like, and it's like the way, like, he does this little thing. It's like I think it's like a fidget he does with his hand, but he does it while he walks. It just looks so funny to me. I'm like, that man. I just think it's funny. I don't remember what quarter this was in. I think it was in maybe the second quarter, but Travis Kelce need to chill out. For real. Like, that man is like, and this is not the first time this has happened, but that man throws a tantrum, I feel like, every time he doesn't get to play. Like, I saw, it wasn't during the Super Bowl, it was another game that they played. I don't know who they were playing against, but, like, he got mad about something, and he went on the sidelines and, like, slammed his helmet down. And I'm like, dude, like, I get that this is their career, and, like, they're very passionate about it, but at the same time, I'm like, you gotta learn how to control that. Like, it's a game. Like, not everything is gonna go your way. You can't throw a tantrum every time it doesn't. Like, sir. But during the Super Bowl, when he, like, freaked out on his coach, people were saying he freaked out because, like, he wasn't getting to play, or, like, he wanted to be in the, like, play that they were currently playing, and he almost knocked that man over. Like, I was like, because at first I thought he was, like, excited and, like, kind of, like, trying to, like, hype up his coach, but then I saw, like, his face and his coach's reaction, and I was like, bro, calm down. Like, it is never that serious. Like, I personally think, and a lot of people are saying he should have been benched for the rest of the game. Like, honestly, yeah, because, like, you got no, like, it's the fact that no one else on your team is reacting the way you react, and, like, you feel like it's okay to do that. Like, where's the respect for your authorities? Where's the respect for your elders? Like, I just feel like that was a major red flag. I'm like, why is this man, like, doing all that? Like, it just felt unnecessary to me. So, yeah, I definitely think there should have been some repercussions there, but whatever. Apparently, he's, like, one of their best players, which we've been knew that. But also, anything I say about Taylor Swift, I need the Taylor Swift fans to chill out and not dox me, because I have a right to my own opinion, and I feel like you could tell by looking at me, I am not a Taylor Swift fan. I just am not. Like, I'm sorry. But them panning to her every 10 seconds, like, don't get me wrong, I knew they were going to pan the camera to her at some point during the game because he's dating Travis Kelce. Yeah, whatever. But, like, dang, we get it. Like, we didn't need her to be panned to every time Travis Kelce was on the screen, or every time he did something. Like, I was like, I feel like I know what she's doing. Like, I feel like I know what her reactions are. I feel like everything, you know, like, I felt like it was a little unnecessary. And it's because, like, she is Taylor Swift. Like, we all knew. But yeah, I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, also, all them people she had up there with her, like Lana Del Rey, Ice Spice, I was like, where did they even, like, and then Lana, like, left, like, halfway through the game. She wasn't up there anymore, and it was just her and Ice Spice and some other people, and I was like, dang, where'd Lana go? Probably didn't want to be up there because she literally lost to her at the Grammys, and then Taylor Swift pulling her up on the stage. Like, girl, what are we talking about? Okay, that could be a whole nother conversation, a whole nother video, but, you know, not this one. Like, maybe, I mean, this is already done and over, everybody's talked about it, so I probably won't, like, do a video on it, but, like, just, you could probably tell what my, like, views and thoughts on that are, so whatever. But honestly, not that much happened in the first half of the game. Like, the 49ers were really, really scoring. The Chiefs were kind of slacking a little bit. But I will say, I mean, it was some times in the game where Patrick Mahomes looked a little stressed, and he was like, dang, like, what are we gonna do? But, like, I feel like throughout the second half, his composure was kept. Like, he looked like he wasn't stressed at all, which made me, like, which was making me think, like, he got something on his sleeve, like, he got a plan or something. And I mean, we all know the outcome. So let me just talk about the halftime show, because not that much happened in the first half, like, to be honest. So Usher's halftime show. So when I found out that Usher was doing the halftime show, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that excited. Like, I was like, oh, okay, Usher, like, he got good music, you know, let's see what he got. So he came out, and I'm not gonna lie, when he first came out and started performing, I was a little bored. I was like, okay, you know, it's Usher singing, dancing with his backup dancers. And then as it went on, I was like, oh, this is great. Like, he brought out her, oh my gosh, she looks so good. And her on that guitar, I was like, I'm trying to be like her. Like, she looks so good. She slayed that guitar solo. That was amazing. He brought out Ludacris. He brought out will.i.am. He brought out Lil Jon. Like, because I heard people saying, they were like, bro, this could be the blackest, like, halftime show of Black History Month. And they was right. He brought out everybody he needed to bring out. And I also heard, like, a lot of people were like, oh my god, he's gonna bring out Justin Bieber. He didn't. And, like, I'm okay with that, to be really honest. Like, I wasn't overly upset that he wasn't there. A lot of people were like, it was a make or break for them if Justin Bieber was there. Like, if he was, they were gonna be like, oh my god, that was the best halftime show. If he wasn't, they're gonna be like, that was the worst halftime show. Like, I just feel like it shouldn't, like, Justin Bieber being there shouldn't determine whether you like it or not. Like, it would have been, like, a good, like, addition if he was, but at the end of the day, it was still good, even though he wasn't there. Anyways, before, like, the game, me and my cousin were talking about, like, that little glitch dance that Usher does, and we were like, oh my god, I wonder if he's gonna do it. And he did it. He brought it out. I was like literally screaming. I was like, oh my god, he's doing it. He's smooth with it. Like, bruh, Usher is just great. Like, it was a good halftime show. Oh my god, wait, I forgot Alicia Keys. He brought out Alicia Keys. I was like, because when they panned to the piano, I was like, dang, who is that in that red? Alicia Keys. She did good. I won't lie. When she first did that first note of her song, it was a little like me and my mom, she like started singing. Me and my mom were like, ooh. Like, she kind of like, her voice cracked a little bit, which I'm like, okay. But the rest of the performance was great. Like, she still did good. Like, whatever. But let's talk about Usher and Alicia getting all like fueled up. Now look, I get when you're a performer, like, you do things for performance purposes. Like, that's the same thing as being an actor. Like, if you're in a relationship but you act with someone and you do certain scenes, it's for the movie. It's not necessarily because they are like in love or like each other. It's like strictly for the performance. But when I saw Usher feeling up on Alicia, like, from behind and like grabbing her, and she was like giggling, I was like, he cheating? Like, I literally said that out loud, like, to my mom. I was like, oh, he cheating? Because I knew he was married. I didn't know if she was married, but I think she is. But like, I understand it was strictly for performance purposes, but I don't know, it's looking a little intimate. Like, I can't lie. And everybody, like, all these men, and they're like, bruh, if that was my wife and she was doing that with Usher, I would like be so mad. And I'm like, it's fine. Like, I feel like they're probably secure in their relationship. That just lets me know that you wouldn't be secure in your relationship. Like, you don't trust your partner to like do what she need to do. Like, you know, like, would I say it was necessary? No, but you know, it was strictly for performance purposes. So chill out. Like, if I would like to think, if I had a partner, husband, boyfriend, whatever, and he was doing stuff like that with like a woman and he was a performer, I would be like, it's for the performance. Like, he not being for real. Like, it's whatever. So yeah, I think some people are like taking it like a little hard, and they're like, oh my god, that was so crazy. Why would he do that? Why would she do that? And I'm like, y'all know what their job is, right? Right? Like, okay. Let's just, because people used to do it all the time. Like, in music videos and stuff, they'd be filling up on each other. They'd be like doing stuff, and they probably would do it live too. And I'm like, it's part of the act. Like, we know, like, come on now. Like, what are we doing? Alicia looks so good in her red. Yo, she looks so good. I was like, dang, like, her body looks so good. I feel like halftime shows are always really hit or miss, but these past couple of halftime shows have been really good. Like, Usher, Rihanna's last year was really good when she announced her pregnancy. That one, who was it? It was like the one with 50 Cent and Mary J. Blige and all those other people. Like, that was a really good halftime show. So these past couple halftime shows have been really good. Like, we haven't had like a bad halftime show in a while. So I'm excited to see who's gonna perform next year. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about, but I missed it, but like, I saw it later. I was really only excited for like Post Malone, because if you know, I'm a big Post Malone fan, but I know he was only singing America the Beautiful. I missed it, but I ended up seeing it later. I loved it. I think Post Malone has a really unique, good voice. I think some people probably don't like Post Malone's voice. I think his voice is really unique and great, and I love all of his music, so I think he did a really good job. I didn't see Reba do the national anthem. Nobody's even talking about it, so I'm assuming she did okay. Like, I feel like if she did bad, people would be talking about it, but I'm assuming she did great. I still haven't seen a video of it. I might look it up later just to watch it, but yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't get to see the freaking SpongeBob Sweet Sweet Victory performance. I was literally devastated. I saw it later on TikTok, but like, I wanted to see it live in the moment, but whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. Another thing I wanted to talk about. I wish I would have watched the Super Bowl on Nickelodeon, because SpongeBob and Patrick were the commentators. Bro, why were they literally so funny? Like, I was like, dang, I feel like I would have had a better time on Nickelodeon, because they were just like, they were literally so unserious. Like, it was so funny. So in the second half, because me and my mom always predict, like, because it happens, I'm not gonna say it happens every year, but it always at some point happens. In the first half, a team will be up by certain points and they be getting all excited and they're like, oh my god, we got this in the bag. And then by the second half, they're like kind of slowing down a little bit, and then the team comes back. Happens all the time. Me and my mom always predicted. We're like, they're getting excited, but then when the second half come, the other team gonna come back and whoop y'all. And what happened? Now, look, I'm not, like, both teams fought really, really hard, like, for the win. Like, it's not like the 49ers really got tired, but it's like, I don't know, when they be coming back from them halftime, like, breaks, like, something happens in the locker room where their motivation picks up, and it's like they come back like guns a-blazing. It's like, happens all the time. I've seen it happen so many times. Honestly, emotions, like, tension was high in this game. Like, almost, I won't say fights, but multiple arguments broke out between players. Like, people was like grabbing on people. I mean, that happens all the time, but people was grabbing on people. Like, people had to break up arguments because so they wouldn't turn into fights. Like, emotions were really high, which I feel like emotions are always high in football, but it just feels like last night was like super like emotionally charged. Like, especially Travis. Like, I'm sorry, I keep going back to him, and I was making jokes, and I was like, he playing hard because his relationship is on the line. Like, if he loses Taylor. Like, because I just feel like that is it just feels like a script. Like, if he loses, I feel like they would have broken up. Like, I don't know anything about their relationship. Don't take any of this seriously. This is me just making jokes. Like, but I saw other people making jokes like that too. Like, dang, Travis better win or Taylor gonna, you know. I also saw people making jokes like, if he wins, he gonna propose to her with the Super Bowl ring. Oh my gosh, like that. But that wouldn't even shock me. Like, I just feel like they are kind of the same person. Like, they just feel like the same person. So honestly, it doesn't really shock me that they're together. But yeah, during the second half, like, me and my mom was low-key stressing, because like I said, we were going for the Chiefs, so it was like the game was close. Like, it's always a good game when like the score is either tied or really close, and it could go either way. I feel like a game gets boring when you know who's gonna win and you're like, oh, okay, well, there's no point in me watching, because I feel like it feels like that no matter what team you're rooting for, whether it's the winning or losing team. Like, if you're winning, you're like, oh, okay, they're winning, like, we know they're gonna win, it's boring. Oh, my team's losing, we know they're gonna lose, it's boring. Like, I feel like it's only a good game when the score is like so close that it could go either way. And that, like, last night was a really good game. Like, they got tied a couple of times. Like, they went into overtime. I was like, are they really gonna go into overtime? Because the Chiefs, in like the last whatever minute 30 seconds of the game, they went for a field goal, which was probably the smart move, because they were running it and they were really close to getting a touchdown, but like the 49ers were really like buckled down, like not letting them get the touchdown. So it was probably the smartest move for them to go to a field goal. But I was like, it's gonna be tied, and then they're gonna go to overtime. And really, I feel like nobody ever wants the game to go into overtime, like including the people watching. Because by the end of this, me and my mom were tired. We were like, I just want it to be over. I don't really care who wins or loses at this point, because like at the end of the day, it doesn't affect me. It affects, you know, the players and the team and the coaches. Like, it doesn't affect me. I was like, I want it to be over. I don't really care who wins at this point. My mom was like, oh wait, like what is it again? Like, I think it's like 2 minutes overtime. 15 minutes. Me and my mom were like, dang, all right, get settled in, because we're gonna be here for like a while. They have been playing for almost over 4 hours, because the game started at 6:30, and by this time it was like almost 10:30. They have been playing for a while, so that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody ever wants the game to go into overtime, because like the players tired. Like, I can't imagine playing a sport for 4 hours. Like, and I know they're athletes, they're trained for it, but like, dang, 4 hours of constantly running up and down. And I know like they switch out players so the players can get breaks, but still, I would still be tired. Like, and I really did think the 49ers were gonna win. They had it in the bag. They really did. Like, it was like 22, it was what, 19-22 or 22-19. Like, they had 22, Chiefs had 19. And for a minute, I was like, they're gonna win. Like, it's fine. Like, I really don't care. And then I saw the Chiefs getting closer and closer to the touchdown. I was like, oh, I can feel it. They're about to make a touchdown. What happened? Touchdown! Yeah! Like, it was... So, in the moment, me and my mom were like, yeah, like, they won. Our team that we were rooting for won. And then they do that bull of when they showed the opposing team, like, it's like, you know those dog adoption commercials where they're like, adopt a dog, like, donate for only 50 cents today, and it's the sad dogs and it makes you want to cry. Literally what they did. Like, they showed the 49ers on the sidelines, sad as heck, getting the other team's confetti rain down on them. They showed Brock Purdy and his coach like holding him, and I'm like, instantly, like, dang, twist the knife. Like, instantly makes me feel guilty. And then it made me feel extra like bad for Brock Purdy, because like I said, I don't know anything about like specific players or anything like that. But then I learned after the fact on TikTok that he was like last pick for the draft, and like, you know, people were saying like, dang, imagine like getting last pick for the draft, getting your team all the way to the Super Bowl and then losing. But in my head, first of all, both teams are great. Both quarterbacks are great. Both players, like, all the team players are amazing. Like, they both fought hard. They both know how to play, obviously. So, like, setting everything aside, like, doesn't matter what team I rooted for, I think it's still an accomplishment in itself when you're the last pick for your draft and you get your team all the way to the Super Bowl. Like, I feel like that's an accomplishment in itself. Obviously, it's disappointing when you get to the Super Bowl and you don't win, because you're like, dang, I put in all this work for what? But that's an accomplishment. They're like, think of all the other teams that haven't been to the Super Bowl in years. And this is his first Super Bowl. That's an accomplishment. Like, I would be proud. Like, if I was his mom, if he has a girlfriend, if I was his girlfriend, sibling, you know, whatever, I would be proud. Because I'm like, dang, you made it all the way to the Super Bowl. Think about how hard that is. Like, so everything else set aside, I'm proud of both teams, honestly. I'm proud of the Chiefs for winning, and I'm proud of the 49ers for getting all the way to the Super Bowl. Like, that's what I mean, like, when I'm like, people who are diehard football fans, like, I just don't care. Like, yeah, my team won that I was rooting for, but, like, the 49ers did a great job. Like, so either way, like, would I have been disappointed if the Chiefs didn't win? Yeah, because that's the team I was rooting for. But then I would have been happy for Prudy and his team and the coach. Also, then I see all this stuff on TikTok, and it's making me think I rooted for the wrong team, because, like, I see all these people are so sad for, like, the 49ers. And I didn't realize how many people were going for the 49ers. Like, I just didn't realize. I saw this, you know how they do press conference interviews. I don't know if this was like after the game or if this was a different press conference, but Prudy was doing a press conference, and somebody was like, I would have been so annoyed if I was him if someone asked me this question, because I'm here to talk about my career as a football player and you're asking me unnecessary questions like, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song? Or do you have a favorite Taylor Swift song? He was like, no. Like, are you kidding? Like, I'm so sick. And sorry, once again, Taylor Swift fans, I'm really not. But, like, I'm so tired of everyone making everything about Taylor Swift and she just happens to be involved in it. Like, it's fine if she's involved in it. I truly don't care. Don't make it all about her. It's not about her. It's literally about football and the Super Bowl and these people's careers and how they, you know, like, I would be so mad if I'm in a press conference talking about my career and someone's like, what, do you have a favorite Taylor Swift song? No, I don't. Next. Like, dude, he might not have been mad about it, but, like, if he was, he kept his composure well. Because, like, I just think that's such a dumb question. I would have felt so stupid if I asked that question. Like, don't even get me started. I felt like I just said all that in one breath. I feel like I haven't breathed once since I started recording. Oh, okay. The end of, you know, at the end, like, when they're giving the trophy to the team. So Patrick Mahomes spoke, he, you know, said his piece, and then you get to Travis Kelce. And this is what makes me, because somebody brought this up on TikTok, and I was like, oh my God, you're so right. Travis Kelce is one, very overbearing. I won't say if that's a good or bad thing, but he's very overbearing. You can tell he was proud of winning, like, as anyone would be, but he just did a lot. Like him, you know, singing Viva Las Vegas! Like, it was like, okay, like, what are we doing? Like, please, like, you know, I mean, he was proud of winning, but at the same time, I just feel like he did a lot. And who did that remind me of at the Grammys? I won't say, but you know who I'm talking about. So that's when I was like, oh, they're the same person. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't realize. So, first of all, I knew, like I said, I know nothing about the players of the team. I only know the ones that, like, are in the media and people talk about. Most of the time it's, like, the quarterbacks and, like, the, you know, whatever. So Patrick Mahomes, I know nothing about him, only that he's the quarterback of the Chiefs. I didn't know that he was only 28. That's very young. I didn't know that he had 2 kids at 28. And I told my mom, she was like, I feel like that's normal. Kids at 28 years old? I mean, maybe for a man, but I feel like I don't know how old his wife is. I think he's married. Either his wife or his girlfriend. I don't know how old she is. But 28 and with kids, I feel like that's so young to me. Like, and I mean, he already is set in his career. Like, obviously, my mom was like, it's not stopping him from what he's doing. Clearly not. But, like, I just feel like that's so young to have kids. Like, I can't even imagine myself having kids at 28. Like, and I know women have to have kids at a certain point in their life before they can stop having kids, but I don't know, that just felt young. I didn't know he had a girlfriend or was married. So, yeah. Period. Like, I mean, go off, I guess. Oh, this is the one thing I wanted to talk about. And I knew it was gonna happen. I was waiting because I was like, it's gonna happen. They following Travis while he walking through the crowd, and I'm like, I know what they're waiting for. And what happened? This was the longest they put the camera on 2 people that I've ever seen in my life. I feel like everybody else that they put the camera on, they were on there for maybe 10 to 15 seconds and then they would go to somebody else. Tell me why Travis and Taylor are on this camera for 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds, maybe even a minute. I'm just like, what are we watching? Like, I'm like, I literally looked at it and I was like, Mom, let me know when it's over. Because I'm like, it's making me nauseous. Like, it just, they do too much. They do too much. And, like, some people are going to disagree with me. I don't care. This is my opinion, like I said. If you have an opinion where you're like, I just feel like, it, you know, they were showing them in love. Okay. That's how you feel. How I feel, they did a lot. Not Travis and Taylor specifically, but them holding the camera on them for like almost a full minute, or what felt like almost a full minute, was like, okay, we get it. Like, they're together, they're like celebrating the win, cool, let's go to somebody else. Like they didn't even hold the camera on Patrick and his wife for that long, and his kids for that long, when they were walking away or whatever. Like, it's just like, you know, you can, at least I noticed, like, they stuff like that, and I'm like, it's just a lot, like, in my opinion. I feel like that's all I want to talk about. I can't think of anything else. I feel like I hit the major points. Like, this was not a video for me to talk about the technicalities of football, because I, once again, don't know that much. I know when to cheer and when not to cheer. Oh, I didn't talk about the Super Bowl commercials. First of all, I heard people talking about the Temu commercial, or Temu, because, first of all, they told all these people in America that we're pronouncing Temu wrong. It's Temu. Why do they always do this with, like, apps? They tried to do it with Shein. They're like, it's Shein. Stop. It's literally Shein. Like, we know what it is. Like, it's Temu. That's literally how it's spelled. They're like, Temu. And they played that commercial like 70 billion times. Like, God, we get it. Remember when nobody knew about Temu and they got their first commercial during the Super Bowl last year? And now they're playing that commercial like 17,000 times. Like, okay, we got it. Temu. Or Temu. Whatever. Like, I know in one of my videos, I was like, Marvel's going downhill. Which it is. Okay? I stand on that. Like, it's not what it used to be. Every Marvel fan knows that. But I saw the trailer for Deadpool 3. First of all, am I confused about the Marvel timeline? Yes. Does that make it any less entertaining? No. I saw it. So we got Deadpool with the TVA and Wolverine. Why the multiverse is mixing, I don't know. But does it look good? Yes. One, I love Deadpool, right? I love that he is just so different from everything else in Marvel. Like, all of his movies are rated R. I love him as a person. Ryan Reynolds is so funny, but like, the specific character of Deadpool, he's so funny, he's so crude, he says anything that comes to his mind, he's so sarcastic, like, everything. Ryan Reynolds is literally the perfect actor for that character. It just looks so, I'm confused, but I'm gonna go see it because it's like, it just looks amazing. Also, Wolverine. Have I ever seen a Wolverine movie? Maybe once, but I don't remember what happened, so I feel like I might have to rewatch the X-Men movies or Wolverine or whatever to know what's happening. But like, me and my mom are both Marvel fans, so, but my mom doesn't like Deadpool. Like, she just doesn't like the crudeness and the weird jokes. Like, it's not her cup of tea, which is fine, but I like it. So yeah, I'm also gonna have to rewatch the Deadpool movies because I haven't seen them in a while. I think yeah, I only remember the first one. I feel like I've never seen the second one. I can't remember if I have. But anyways, I'm gonna have to rewatch them anyway, so whatever. But yeah, so excited for that. I have to wait until July though. The summertime, bruh. I can't do it. I feel like that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Those were like the major events. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I apologize. Oh, I need to post for a thumbnail. Hold on. Let me fix myself up. So I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment down below of anything I might have missed or what your opinions are of all of the things that I talked about in this video, because there's definitely a lot that happened that could be talked about. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!